cool. Hello, Nikekay. This is Bishop Dennis Everson, your godfather. Yeah, I want to talk to you about how you doing and some of the basics on the amazing Nikekay story. So I'm currently on my way to work. I'm a minute or two late today. I had to help with the cat, little Cece. That's my daughter's cat, and she came back home. She used to stay with us when she was a little kitten, and when Grace was staying with us, and then when Grace moved out, then we had joint custody for a while. So my daughter Grace would have her for a while, and then she'd bring her home for like a weekend or something like that, and she'd come visit little Cece. And then Sylvia got so attached to the little girl, that she wanted a kitten. So then there was somebody. They had a litter of kittens, and they're gonna get them all fixed and everything so that they wouldn't have a bunch more kittens, because cats can multiply way too fast. As a matter of fact, we need to make a note. Do you make notes? If you do, make a note that we should have an episode of The Amazing Nikekay where there's an animal, probably not a cat though, we'll do it like in an alternate universe that multiplies real fast. You know, kind of like the Tribble thing from Star Trek, if you watch Star Trek. So I really like science fiction. My dad started reading science fiction back when it was basically first starting with the little pulp fiction magazines, the little science fiction magazines. My dad used to collect them all. Unfortunately, those were not kept. I think his mom threw them out, but some of them would be kind of valuable and really cool to look at. Anyway, so he was always into science fiction. He liked the Twilight Zone, and I saw this first Star Wars with him. And what's really cool is I saw the first Star Wars with my dad, but then I got to see the last Star Wars with my son Clayton. We went to go see it when it came out, the Skywalker one. So the plan I have on doing the Amazing Nikekay thing is basically making a universe for you, for the Amazing Nikekay, you know, just to have fun in, just to play. People do that all the time. Star Wars, you know, George Lucas made up the whole idea of this galaxy far, far away. So it's cool. My favorite one, probably really may even be some of my inspiration for the Amazing Nikekay, it's called the Bobbyverse, and it's by Dennis E. Taylor. And he wrote, there's 4 now, right? Yeah, 4. There's a 5th one, I think, coming out. But they're really good. If you ever listen to audiobooks on Audible, the Bobbyverse by Dennis E. Taylor is excellent. Also, Project Hail Mary by the same guy that did the Martian. If you saw I don't know if you saw the Martian movie. Actually, I haven't seen it. I should watch that soon. So I'm on my way to pick up my client at my job, but one of the things that I'm working on with him is doing some fun little videos and stuff. And we're going by, I am Popcorn Man and he is Nugget. And the reason we do it that way is because I told him once that you are what you eat, and he liked eating chicken nuggets a lot, and he still does. But so I called him Chicken Nugget. You're gonna be a chicken nugget. So I call him Nugget all the time. And then at the time, first of all, he called me Potato Man because there was a time when I was eating a lot of potatoes. But then he switched it to Popcorn Man. So I'm Popcorn, he's Nugget, and I'll be shooting videos with him, and then those I normally put on Facebook. what I can probably do is I can probably put some of the stuff I did over on the Amazing Nikekay YouTube thing that I set up. Let's see, did I set one up on YouTube? I'll have to check. So, in my life as a bishop in the church, I help people. I protect innocent, vulnerable people like widows, orphans, individuals with disabilities, things like that, that tend to be have bad things happen to them or done to them by bad people. And so my goal is to, or my job, my responsibility, my calling, whatever you want to say, is to help protect people. So they're getting ready to do a play over at Stained Glass Theater called The Outpouring. It's really cool. It's where there's like angels and demons, and they're trying to mess with this guy that has a vision from God, and it's a really cool play. It's one of the guy that started the theater. He was a teacher at Southern Baptist University over in what is that little town up there? I forget. Bolivar? Yeah, Bolivar. So over in Bolivar, they got a school, and he was a teacher, a drama teacher, and he had some of the students, and he had like loved God, served God all his life, and then he just had an experience where he like wanted to go deeper, and so he would write plays about that, and he had kids that would travel to churches and things like that and share the message of God's love. Because in the Christianity that I'm a part of, it's all about God's love. God is love and wants to help people, protect people, and not put up with evil, individuals that want to steal, kill, and destroy. So anyway, in the Amazing Nikekay story, then the plan is to create a universe for you. It'll be like a central universe, but in the Nikekay universe, in the Amazing Nikekay, it's in a more tentative spot. There's a lot more possibilities. Like, I don't know if you ever looked at quantum physics and stuff, but when you get down to the quantum level, you get down to probability waves. It's like almost like anything could be anything. It's a probability. It's more likely to be something than the other, but until you actually look at it, until you are conscious of it, that's when it becomes real. So in the Amazing Nikekay universe, his universe is very unfirm yet. So the Amazing Nikekay will travel into different parts of the multiverse that are close to him. So one day, he may go out and, it's hover cars, and it's, way futuristic. That's generally for the Amazing Nikekay. I think I'm going to have him be a little bit more advanced in technology in his kind of base world. But then another day he could go out and it's like a, old Model T Ford or something, horse and buggies or something, or whatever the difference is. And so there's lots of different variety in the multiverse that he's in. So I got a place where, in my mind, basically, there's a time when there's this crossover event. And the crossover event is when the multiverse just kind of gets shaken up. Something happens to where the possibility waves get confused or mixed up and switched around. And so the Ambassador Watt, the guy that I'll play, is trying to connect with the Amazing Nikekay and to work on protecting people from enemies that are trying to come and take away their stuff, their livelihood, their dignity, whatever it may happen to be, thieves, individuals that want to steal, also those that want to destroy things, they want to damage, make useless, that kind of stuff, and those that want to kill or destroy individuals, places, people, things that are of value. So the Amazing Nikekay will be a defender of, I don't know what, truth and justice, or what are some of the different mottos. We'll have to come up with our motto for it. I don't think we'll need like a fancy outfit like Superman or anything like that. So in the amazing Nikekay story, the ambassador is coming to teach Nikekay about the one that actually is the creator of the universe and stuff. That'd be beyond me. This is just our, imagination, a place that we can travel in our imagination. I've worked with books for so many years that it's you can see in books ways to travel to so many different places. It's such an adventure. It's a lot of fun too. I didn't really even start reading till I was like 21. I was going behind the Walmarts and the dumpsters, and they would have books that they were selling, paperback books, and if they didn't sell in a certain time, they would tear the covers off and throw them out, and then they'd send the covers back to the company for credit. Because that's the way the system worked. So we would take the books without the covers, and they were, pretty new books, just little paperbacks, stories and stuff, and we'd sell them at the flea market for like 50 cents, or I think it was. And so I thought, well, I'm selling books, I should probably read one. So I picked up Isaac Asimov, Robot City. It was a series that was done based on Isaac Asimov's idea of the robots and the law of robotics. He has the 3 rules of robotics. It's pretty cool. Isaac Asimov. You can look that up. It's pretty cool. It's easier for me to just talk out loud to try to get the information down, and that's why I've been doing it with these little podcasts and stuff. Because to write, which is something I am not good at all, it's a little harder to do. So since I have a little time this morning while I'm waiting for Nugget to come out so we can head over to his place, I just thought I'd share a little bit. I'm really excited about the play at Stained Glass Theater. They have like a devil or a chief demon. It's just a fictional story, of course, but they call him Abaddon. It used to be called Avalon. I think it changed a while back, but 20 years ago when they did the play, I actually played the devil or the demon character. So it's pretty cool to be able to be part of this now. Back then, I helped raise the money to buy the first cordless mic for the theater. So that was cool to be able to help them that way. And it's really neat because the Stained Glass Theater in Ozark, it's a full-time Christian theater. And so they do plays all year long, like 6 of them or so. I'd have to count how many exactly. But anyway, they do a lot of different plays, and with a focus on God and on the Christ, and it's a really cool place. A lot of different individuals from a lot of different churches, just working together to help people to learn how to love each other and to just get along and to not walk around with a bunch of hate and anger and judging other people or whatever. Just loving everybody for who they are and where they're at, and letting people live their lives in freedom. So that's what that's all about. So I'm not going to be in the play as far as like an actor on stage, but I am going to go and help them with just being there for them. Things that we like to do is like praying, asking God to help with protection and things like that, and fighting against the enemy. We believe there's invisible spiritual forces. So the amazing Nikekay will have something like that. I'm thinking I want to focus a little more on the technology side of things. Things like the sub-vocalization that I was sharing with you yesterday, where because you can do that. They do that in the military and stuff. They'll have little sensors on their neck where they sub-vocalize, and really we're at the point now where technology is, it could be just a small little almost invisible type thing, well, really invisible type thing, that could be actually even installed in the neck to pick up the sound and transmit it out. For Ambassador Watt, you won't always know. I think with him, it's always a mystery. It's just about the time you think you got to figure it out, you're not sure. So is it technology? Is it natural ability? Is it something else? What is it that he can just sub-vocalize, and then he can like throw his voice around the room and things like that. There's some limits to it, maybe, or maybe there isn't, and we'll find out as the story unfolds. So I'm going to start looking for individuals to draw. I'm thinking maybe graphic novel to try to start with. But anyway, I just keep developing all the different ideas and ways that we can do things, different thoughts, and trying to put all that together and then have it to present to people so that they can be a part of it. So I'm trying to figure out a way to do all the different things I'm doing. I'm also working on getting a radio station set up for a place where I volunteer. It's called Acts Ministry, and the leadership there, and actually I'm part of the leadership there, but the leadership there believes that we're in a new time, and that things are going to get really scary around the world, I guess you could say. A lot of bad stuff happening. And so one of the things that we're wanting to do is we're setting up a internet radio station. Right now we're looking at using Radio Jar to do it, and I've put up some stuff, and actually I can let me see if I can find a way to send you the link. Let's see, I can send you the web page where you can listen to it from there, or I can send you a link that you could put it as an app, as an internet radio station, maybe. I don't know, I'll have to see what I can get you. So
coming.
now is Nugget. I had to wake him up.